Since the modern Bulldog breed was established in 1875, the Bulldog's gene pool has shrunk as dogs were selectively bred to exaggerate their short faces, squat bodies and wrinkly skin. One of the dog's major health problems is its poor breathing. So I'm heading to the Cambridge University Vet Hospital to meet leading soft tissue surgeon Jane Ladlow, who treats many bulldogs.
So what exactly is BOAS?
So BOAS is when you've got too much soft tissue at the back of your throat or in your nose. So in the bulldog, it's particularly a long, thick, soft palate. And this soft palate gets sucked into the airway in the voice box when the animal breathes, and it causes an obstruction.
How many dogs overall are affected by BOAS?
It's just under 50%. And we think that's probably relatively typical of the population at large.
Today, Jane is seeing Laura and her bulldog, Betsy. Betsy suffers from BOAS and is here for a pre-surgery consultation.
So you have come because you're worried about the fact she's making a lot of noise when she's breathing sometimes, and particularly on exercise.
Yeah, and the hotter the weather, the louder it is.
Yeah.
And then when she's running, it's like something closes in her throat, because then she ends up like throwing up foam.
She is actually quite severely affected because the skull is shortened, but the soft tissues are still quite long. And in bulldog, it is usually a thick and long, soft palate, and that's very much what she sounds like to me.
Right.
Jane has decided that Betsy needs surgery to trim the excess tissue at the back of her throat. The surgery will involve cutting away a section of Betsy's soft palate to help her breathe.
So we take off length, but we also take off thickness as well, because these palates are excessively thick. So we strip out some of the muscle and some of the soft tissue, but the reconstruction we're doing is really to thin the soft palate.
Is there a danger that some people out there are going to kind of normalise this kind of procedure, just think it's par for the course of having a bulldog, that they just have to have a little nip and a tuck and then the dog will be better?
This is serious disease, it carries risks, and it's sad to think that you have to do this routinely on dogs to make them, have another quality of life that's acceptable. We're improving them, but we are not totally fixing them, because unfortunately, when the anatomy is so obstructed, you can help, but you can't completely sort things out.
I mean, I find it very difficult to not be affected when I see bulldogs undergoing surgery. I just find it difficult to understand how we can, in all consciousness, go, yeah, I mean, it's all right, because I think that is kind of what is happening. We're just allowing it to happen. And, I don't mean to demonise people who love bulldogs, because the vast majority of people care deeply and would not want harm on any animal, but I just don't think there's a level of awareness yet that has infiltrated the public, because clearly the dogs are suffering. We as humans have to start putting the dogs first, and I don't think we are.